Andrea TV here from DriveOnMama.com, and you want to know, what do you do if you get deactivated as an Uber Eats driver? If you were a driver from Uber Eats and you were deactivated, do you have any recourse? You can always appeal the decision, sending emails, calling support, and they do review your situation and they do respond either with an email, or I should say most times they will respond with an email stating why it's upheld and the deactivation stands, or you can get reactivated. There is someone on YouTube by the name of Call Me Lil. He has an excellent video showing what he did when he was deactivated from one of the gig app platforms. So that will be in the link below for more details on that. What I'm going to suggest is, don't let that stop you. There are multiple apps out there. You can do DoorDash, you can do Spark in certain states, you can do Instacart, you can do Roadie. There is a plethora, meaning many different apps. It will be a learning curve. The money may not be the same, but you have to get in where you fit in, and you can't give up. You still have to try. You still need that money, right? And you can think about doing things like talking about your story, and when you do start on whatever the other gig app is, or even if it's not a gig app, publish or start a YouTube channel. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, followed or behind Google, and Google actually owns YouTube. So this is a free way that you can get your phone or camera, turn it on, talk to the people, answer their questions, help them out, and even the views, you not physically doing anything else, just telling your story, the views that you would get once you're able to get monetized, you would get money for that. So that's one of the ways, or one of the things that you can do if you were deactivated as an Uber Eats driver. So I answer a question, and then I show people my ride along. It is currently 8:35 in the morning. I logged on at 8:30. It is a Thursday morning, and I have accepted my first order for $15.87, going 4.4 miles. It is, I believe it was a $4 surge this morning because it's a little gloomy and cloudy, so people stayed home in the bed. I'm tired too, but we got to get this money. We are going to Bethesda Bay. Okay, time is currently 9:01 a.m. That drop-off went smoothly. We were on our way back to the Avenue when we received another Uber Eats. I believe the service was $175 or $275. Time is now 9:01 a.m. That drop-off went smoothly. We were on our way back to the Avenue when we received another Uber Eats. I believe the surge was $1.75 or $2.75, but the offer is for $10.48, going to Starbucks, and it's a total of 3.5 miles, and we are on our way on this bumpy road. Okay, that drop-off was at a college dorm. It did take a few minutes for the customer to come down, but not even 5, 2 or 3. And we just accepted our next offer on DoorDash, $8.75 for a total of 3.7 miles, I believe. But either way, no, I believe it's 4.7 miles. But we are about 2 miles away from Chick-fil-A. So once we get there, that's going to be about 1.2 miles. That's where I like to stay. Avenue Northwest. In a 2 to 2.5 mile radius, so I can get back to get more orders and deliver them to people close. The further you are away, you're going into a different zone, and the zone I work in I like because of the tips. And we have arrived. Time is currently 9:40 a.m. Okay, we're still at Chick-fil-A. I accepted the order at 9:21 a.m. and I was all the way down at by George Washington University. And that's about 10 minutes from here. Traffic 12, 13 maybe. It is 9:45. The order is not ready. 24 minutes later, and this is not uncommon for this Chick-fil-A. The only reason why I took it was because I figured with all this time driving, it'll be ready when I got there. Nope, I was wrong, and that is why I decline most of these unless it's a high item count and the tip is going to be okay. It is now 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 a.m. and another Dasher took the order. And I wasn't going to come here for nothing and unassigned, so I called support to get my half pay. They put me on hold forever in order to call the customer to see if they got the food, which they didn't because someone stole it. and then to call the store and confirm that the store gave it to someone else. So after all of that, the store said they will remake it, and they asked me to please wait and continue with the order, and I said yes. I probably shouldn't have. I said, no, you're gonna have to reassign it or unassign it, but at this point, I want to see it through, and there's a small chance that there may be a hidden tip. I wanted to ask her, but I don't really think they're allowed to. But yeah, I'll let you know when I can get in the car. I told her, I said, miss, I only took it because I was 10 minutes away. This store is very slow, and it takes them 15 to 20 minutes to make an order. She's like, yes, I understand. We really appreciate you seeing this through. Well, we'll see. But I'll let you know what's up. So we are pulling off at 10:07 a.m. Not pleased. I saw 2 different Dashers that I arrived to the store before them. They came in after me, got their order, delivered it, came back and picked up a second one and left while I'm on this one order. Next time I'm going to tell them, not next time, yeah, I will just unassign and move on and not even waste the time on hold with support. So 10:07, 13 minutes away, 2.3 miles, but 13 minutes because it's downtown Bethesda. And we're off. So we finally dropped off that order at 10:23. And he did come downstairs. It was a leave at door, but he did come downstairs to get it. There was no hidden tip, but it was $8.75. And since then, it's been very slow. A lot of high miles, low pay offers, actually on Uber Eats and on DoorDash. So we stopped to get some gas and just accepted a $5.25 order going 2.2 miles. We're at Mickey D's. Well, as you can see, for that $5.25, it was going to a high school, and it was not a teacher. So whether it's a teacher or a student, the problem with going to high schools is they can't come and meet you until they're allowed to be out, and you're not allowed to go bring it to them. So after he said, I'll be out in 5 minutes, I started my can't hand it to the customer, because I was not waiting past the 5 minutes that DoorDash requires, because I don't know their schedule. Maybe that 5 minutes is really 10 minutes. So anyways, after the 5 minutes, I took a picture. I left it right next to a bicycle that was chained up to a bench, so it looks like it belongs to the bike owner. Then I stood back and I took the picture and showing him where it was, and I explained, your food is on the bench next to the tied up bike. And I pulled off. As I was pulling off, he said, I'm out now. Are you parked? And I just told him, I was like, no, your food is, I left it right where the picture is. And he said, okay, I got it, thanks. Yeah, that could be tricky. So now it is 11:22 a.m. Just accepted our next order, $6.25 for 1.2 miles. Now, mind you, we did drive from that drop-off location at the high school over back to the avenue. So that was about two miles or so, 8 minutes driving. But we are picking up some Jetty's sandwiches. Okay, drop off completed. Time is now 11:34 a.m. and we're going to sit back out in front of that store. Time is now 11:41 a.m. Just got our next order, $7.75 going 1.2 miles. I love it. We're gonna pick up some more Jetty. We have arrived yet again. Time is now 11:52 a.m. Drop off complete. You know where we going? Back to the sandwich shop. Just got our next order, $6.75 going 0.9 miles, and we took it. Time is currently 12:15 p.m. Just accepted our next sandwich shop order, $7.75 going 2.1 miles. There is a $1 peak pay going on. I'm not sure how long, if it's just for the 1 hour or 2 hours of lunch, but it's a $1 peak pay. So it may be a hidden tip, even though it's all 2 items. But even if it's not, $7.75, 2 miles, we're going. Okay, time is now 12:28 p.m. We were dropping off at a high school, but the person was actually virtually outside waiting for me, and the person who ordered was a woman. So I was like, oh, is she inside? Because it was a young man that came to pick it up. She's like, oh no, he said, no, I'm on lunch. And I was like, oh, mom ordering for her son. That's a good mom. Ain't that something? So we just dropped off and just accepted an order for Subway $7.25, going for a total of 0.6 miles. And we're going to this sandwich shop. And we have arrived at Subway. Eat fresh. Time is now 12:57. Get to Subway. They say they don't have the order, and I'm the second dasher to come for it. Call support, we don't have it. I call support as I'm getting in my car, leaving to go back to my original sandwich shop because I've already had a Chick-fil-A experience with them today. So I'm about a mile and a half away. Support calls, and they tell support, oh, we have it. We have the order. We found it. We have it. So then support tells me either you can complete it or you can unassign it yourself, but you wouldn't get half pay. Have a good afternoon. So I told the young lady, okay, thank you for not helping me, and I'll be sure to leave the survey. I'm not going to give her a bad rating because they weren't going to make it for me. They didn't make it for the first dasher, so it took support calling for them to make it. But this has just been a couple of hiccups today that we have burped and going to move past. Now, let's see what we get for our next order. Time is now 1:12 p.m. We are back at our favorite lunchtime sandwich.
Arrived.
Just accepted an order for $6.75, going 0.9 miles. Right before that one, they tried to send us a stack from the sandwich shop and the pizza restaurant a block up for $6. I said, oh no. Time's now 2:42 p.m. I did a couple of more of the sandwich shop runs and then it slowed down. Right now I just took a Safeway shop and paid 3 items, $11, going 1.2 miles. And at the same time, Uber Eats just sent me an $8 0.8 mile Starbucks run. So we will be doing both. I'm not sure which order, but I'll let you know. Okay, time is now 4:02 p.m. We have finished for the day. So let me tell you the order that I did. I attempted to do the Starbucks delivery first because it was the closest. I get to the address and it is at a school. Well, not at a school. Their house is right next to a school, and school was getting out, dismissal time. So as I saw I would have been late for the DoorDash and possibly get a contract violation, I took their iced tea with me to the DoorDash drop-off, then brought it back to them. Ended everything at 3:29 p.m. So that is it for our while the kids are in school run. For Uber Eats, we totaled $34.35, and for DoorDash, $88, for a total of $122.35. Don't know if I'll be back out tonight, but like and subscribe for more. And drive on!